It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And this one features Trevor Lawrence. He was terrific a week ago, well over 400 yards passing. It's the Giants and the Rams, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, everybody loves to see the deep ball. We know that. We got a couple of quarterbacks here who can really sling it. Trevor Lawrence and Matthew Stafford.
I like your point there, partner, because it is back in vogue. And what I mean is taking the shots downfield, because for a long time in this league, it was all about precision passing, the West Coast offense. But now we've got a couple of guys here who'll take some shots downfield, and they have some receivers who can go get it.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw again on second down, Lawrence. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Able to slither by. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
A seasoned veteran. We're seeing more chapters being added in Stafford's decorated career. Secured a Super Bowl ring, remains a respected leader, and his stats, they're better than ever. Now we just continue to watch him climb the ranks of the NFL's all-time passing leaders.
Stafford on 1st down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 46.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league. No question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And that's complete to Cooks. And they're going to get this down to about their 17-yard line here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
On
Giants.
2nd down, Swift. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Here's Swift. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Once again, it's Swift. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 1 yard on the play.
Here's Stafford. Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Gay for the Rams field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 101 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen. And we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it. But this one winds up no good.
Now this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. He's got Smith here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Complete to John Smith. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Possession switching back to the New York Giants. Yeah, they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side with ETN. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a 1st and 10.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, Lawrence. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Back to the ground with ETN. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal at the 8-yard.
6-0 our score after one.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Rams 6.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Barkley again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and goal. ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a conservative decision there, but it does put them on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Rams to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Play action, Stafford. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First and 10 on the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Cooks on the quick slant. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They go with Jacobs. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. On 2nd and goal. Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. He's trying to move the ball well.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Barkley, inside handoff. And taken down just shy of the 40. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
Those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up, so the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From his own goal line, Stafford. And this one complete to Smith. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Stafford. Open man, Higby, the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 36. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's got Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled for just a short gain.
So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, in with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside side of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick one-pointers instead of three-pointers.
Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Stafford. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Riley Dixon in one formation for the Rams.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin in the NFC West. Arizona heading up north to take on Seattle. And it's the Cardinals who have a comfortable lead as that one's reached halftime. The Cardinals trying to hold on and claim victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Tyler Boyd, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. Ryan Tannehill leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
The 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. James now to return it. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 39, Lawrence. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Lawrence now off the bootleg. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing. And he does exactly that, picks up the first down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the first down.
Now Lawrence on first down. Smith catches left side. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford, he finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
There it is, a staple in most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Now Stafford. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. On the return, it's James. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants going to take over again on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Play action. It's Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
He steps on the lines behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Barkley. He will push his way down to about the 14. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, that's a 31-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Throwing is Stafford. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on third down, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 17. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10 once again from the 28.
It's 2nd down and 10.
A handoff to Barkley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jamison Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants have taken a 4th quarter lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try. Trying to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Myles Garrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley give him 3 on 1st down. He'll set up a 2nd and 7. Lawrence will throw. It's caught. Smith. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From midfield now, Lawrence. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here's a give to Barkley. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline and brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And New York set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now Saquon Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Again, it's Barkley. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for New York. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. readies for its next possession. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
He completes it to Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that's complete to Cooks. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Complete to Brandon Cooks. It's a a gain of 9.
From the 44, Stafford, and the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Brandon Cooks.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a 1st down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Back to throw, Lawrence. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will take a knee here. 2nd and 11 now. On the run, it's Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe.
Automatic
And
first
now
down.
that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Giants, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1.